And now let's do the news. And if, well, do you know that little Fiat? I just love it. Seeing it on the telly there, I just want one as it bounces around the track, it's great. But if, for some reason, maybe you're like Eeyore, you don't want one of those.
Are you wearing that for a bet?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He is, oh, OK. Sorry, you were saying, go on.
If, like Eeyore, you don't want one of those, there is an alternative sort of super fast little micro car. It's this Renault Twingo 133. Now, that's 0 to 68.7 seconds, 125 miles an hour. It's not quite as fast as the Fiat, very nearly. But, more importantly, that, even with the clever sort of sports chassis, which is a 650 quid option, is still 1,300 quid less than the Fiat. That's 12,000.
That's 12. Yeah, no, that is extremely good value for money.
I love it.
It is. Actually, we've got one of those in the studio over there, and I've been driving it this morning, and I think it's excellent.
I think, honestly, having driven both of them, and I have, the Fiat is £1,000 more, but I think it's worth it. Does that make sense? It's worth £1,000 more.
And there's more fast, small car news from Renault with this, which is the Megane R26R, and I think that looks really great as well.
Yeah, I saw that and thought of you straight away. No, I thought, what that James May is going to want is a hatchback with red wheels, 6-point harnesses, a carbon fibre bonnet, plastic windows. That's him.
It is, and James, it's French, who you like to think of as lamb-burning communists. It's perfect for you in every way.
How did you arrive at wanting that?
Because I like it.
Look, James, let me put it to you this way. You would have to have literally no penis at all to buy a car like that.
How do you work that out?
Well, because we're always being told that the flashness of your car is inversely proportionate to the size. Is this right? Am I talking sense here, girls? So the larger the man's car, the flasher it is, the vegetable thing goes on.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you're saying that to a man with a 1.2-litre Fiat Panda? Mr. Swollen Wheel Archer's Mercedes CLK Black.
He has a point there, he does.
You've got a Ford Mustang.
Let's move on.
Can we stop talking about cars?
Well, we weren't talking about
That's true, we weren't actually talking about cars latterly, but we were to start with. Now, I want to congratulate Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
I think we all should.
Yeah.
What a race, what a man. What a performance. Couple of tips, though, if you're watching Lewis, OK? We saw in the paper, OK, here, that his girlfriend said, and she's the one from the Pussycat Dolls, you're going to get it tonight.
Hey.
OK, that's what she said after the race. We then saw in another paper that he'd actually done this. Stayed up till 9 a.m.
What?
If you've got a Pussycat Doll, Lewis, saying you're going to get it tonight, here's an idea, go to bed and have it.
Maybe he didn't realise what she meant. I've already won it. No, not that. He gets it so wrong.
We're a bit baffled by that.
It's just...
Next year, this is the good thing about Formula One, it's coming home, as we like to think, to the BBC. Yeah. No adverts. Yes. The only problem we've got is that there are some people speculating that the person who's going to get the commentary job, who's going to be the modern-day Murray Walker, is Richard Hammond.
I've seen that in the papers.
A man who has never watched a Formula One race in his life.
No.
You weren't even watching last weekend.
No, I was driving home.
Did you look around and think, God, the traffic's quiet tonight?
I did get a clear run, I must say.
It is. If he got the job, it really would be. And they're off, and look at that idiot in the Mercedes SL, he's holding them up. No, Richard, that's the parade lap.
Wow, there's a red one in the lead. He's pulled in. What, for petrol? Well, why didn't he just fill up before he left? I freely admit I wouldn't be very good at that.
He would be the worst person in the world for that job.
Well, not absolutely.
Who would be good? Anyone got any thoughts? Dale Winton.
Brilliant.
Russell Brand.
Yes.
No. I rang Rolf Schumacher, and we're off the air. Yeah. I can't think of anybody. It's going to have to be me. Now, the time has come, I fear. Lots of complaints after last week's programme. Internet kind of awash with hate, people demanding an apology, and I'm only too happy to give one. I am very sorry that I didn't put the GT2's time on the board. Really. We had more complaints about that than we did about burning Steve Redgrave's shed.